technology is just a blast. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me for this week's live chat. I love going live on Thursday, talking about quilting, answering your questions live, and just having a fun time connecting with you all, because you know we all love quilting. As always, Jessica is behind the monitor watching the chat, so if you have a question, she will write that down for me, and I'll try to get to that at the end. And I have a giveaway for you all. So if you're joining the live, make sure you leave a comment telling Jessica how pretty she is, how young she looks, how funny she is, all that stuff, and she'll pick a winner. What am I giving away? I'm giving away a pillow panel for my upcoming live chat, which I'm going to talk about in just a moment. So you could definitely enter that. If you've never been to one of my live chats, welcome. I'm glad you're here. I go live talking about quilting. Sometimes it's about a technique, sometimes it's about a project, but today's live chat is all about announcing an upcoming video series. So I'm super excited to talk a little bit about that and kind of what it entails. So without any further ado, let's get to the goodies. So we did back in November a mini video series. It was just 4 videos where we worked through a Christmas panel together. And this is kind of the same idea, except it's spring inspired. I thought, you know what, let's celebrate the end of winter and spring and let's do something fun. So if you were around for that, it's going to be very similar. Now, this video series starts on April 21st. So in about a little bit over a month, but I want to tell you all about it now. So if you're wanting to quilt along with me, you can get all your products together there. So let's get into all of the fun details. By the way, if you're watching, all the information about this is in the web or in the description box below. All you have to do is click that link and it will take you to it. So here is the panel that we will be quilting together during the video series. I'm going to tell you all the details here in a second. But my idea was I wanted to design something that was spring-ish without being literal spring. I just wanted something bright and fun and kind of flowery, but maybe not, you know, over the top. Well, over the top in my idea. So I kind of came up with this idea of some flowers and some leaves, and my idea is that we're going to quilt some spring inspired designs on this panel together. So even if you've never machine quilted before, I think this is going to be a fun project for you. My whole goal is to make everybody love machine quilting as much as I do, and so these little series are kind of a good way to tiptoe into it. So the first video starts April 21st. And in these videos, we're going to quilt a panel and then we're going to turn it into quilted projects. So in the second video, we're going to take that larger panel and turn it into a tote bag and framed wall art. So my thought is it's kind of like a little bit of machine quilting, kind of a little bit of piecing, but a whole lot of fun. Then in the third video, we're going to quilt the smaller panel, which I'll show you here in a second. And then in the fourth video, we're going to turn that smaller panel into more quilted projects. So again, whether you are brand new to machine quilting, you've watched a couple times, you're like, I don't know, maybe I want to try it out, or you're an experienced quilter, just, you know, looking for some design inspiration, this video series is for you. And like all my other videos and tutorials, it's absolutely free. So no reason not to join. So throughout the series, we're gonna see how to quilt, you know, around some leaves and how to do flowers and kind of loosely playing with the spring idea, right? These designs that kind of lend themselves to these spring quilts. It's gonna be very laid back, nothing too stressful. I'm not going over the top with designs, but we're gonna see how to, you know, use echoing to show off parts of the panel that we love, how to, you know, travel around, how to work our way around the quilt. So just a lot of fun. And here I've just got some close-up pictures of some of the quilting so you can kind of see what we're working with. So bright little flowers. Somebody joked on the type chat before I went live that I need a sticker that says quilt it to death and then add some more. I think that could be my motto, right? I do love a lot of quilting, but you don't have to quilt it to death to make it impactful. And we're gonna see that in the video series where we can just incorporate a little bit of echoing, maybe a little bit of swirls, but trust me, if you want to quilt it to death, you totally could. Now, as a total aside, with that idea of quilt it to death and add some more, wouldn't it be funny if it was like the Grim Reaper wearing quilted clothing? I think that would be kind of fun, but I digress. If you're ever on the live chat before I actually go live, we type, and we got into some fun conversations today about binding and other stuff, so it's always a good time. Anyway, so we're gonna see, again, more how to work your way through a quilt, how you can use the echoing and the detail or the quilting to add some detail if you'd like. But it's not gonna be all like this. We're gonna see stuff like, how do you use decorative stitches? Can you use your walking foot? How do we put these layers together in a way that's fun for us? So again, wherever you are on your quilting journey, it's gonna be a lot of fun. And here you can kind of just see some more up close pictures of it. And there's some of those leaves that we're gonna learn. Good time. Now, one of the questions that really kind of comes up is, how do I participate in the video series? Well, my videos are always free and they're always on our YouTube channel, so you can check the YouTube channel out or visit quiltingismytherapy.com. So starting on April 21st, those videos will come out. Now, in the meantime though, if you want to quilt along with me, it's time to start gathering your supplies. You're gonna need a free motion quilting foot, you're gonna need your things to quilt on, and one of those things, if you want, is the custom panel that I designed for the video series. So this is one of the things that I love to do. I love to design that panel that we can then use in our class. I think through a lot of, what do I want to teach you and where do I want to go on the panel, and being able to design something that's perfectly coordinated with the class is a lot of fun. So these are the panels that you can pre-order. I just want to point out, they're not shipping right now, so just hold on there. But if you want to place your pre-order, as soon as we get the fabric, it will ship, and we're going to ship in time for the video series, so no worries about that, but definitely time to get your pre-order in. Now, one thing I like to do is have a couple different size options for the panel. So if you want something a little bit bigger, we have the bigger option, or if you want something a little smaller, we have the smaller. I call it a pillow panel, but I really should call it a mini panel because it's just kind of a smaller version of the bigger one. So you can kind of see the design ideas here. What size should you get? It really just kind of depends on what you want to work with. If you're comfortable with quilting, you can go with the bigger option. But if you're like, oh, I'm a little scared, maybe the smaller option would be a good idea. Or if you can't decide, you can definitely get both. There's no problem with that there. This quilt panel comes with backing and binding fabric as well, so you don't have to pull any of that together. It just has everything that you need. And I thought it would be fun to go kind of bold and bright and over the top with all of this. So it's gonna be a ray of sunshine into our quilting room. Now, one thing I do is, for every challenge, it's kind of silly, but I design a little custom pin. My thought is, if you're quilting along with me on a lot of video series, you could collect your pins. And so this is the mini pin that's gonna come out while supplies last. So I ordered a bunch of these, but once they run out, they're gone. So you'll get that free with a panel purchase if you want to get your hands on that pin. You can get that as well. If you would like, you can add coordinating threads to the panel as well. So these are just threads that I picked out that I think look great on the panel. It's funny, one of my favorite things is choosing thread colors. I don't super love picking fabrics. I'm not as good at that, but picking thread colors, oh my gosh, I lay the panel out, I get all sorts of threads, I'm laying it out, and I'm just like, oh, I think this one will look nice, but these are the ones I kind of settled on. Of course, if you have your own thread colors you want to use, that's no problem. These are just ones that blend in nicely with the different colors on the panel. So definitely an option there. And if you purchase it with the panel, you get it 20% off. So just to keep that in mind. Again, all the information about this is in the description box below. Now, once the videos come out, that's time for you to quilt along with me and connect with other quilters. Now, as of right this moment, I don't have any of the projects ready. I've still been waiting on my test prints, but as soon as I get those, I'm gonna start making the projects so you can see how amazing they are. So, cute tote bag, we're gonna be doing a fabric basket, we're gonna be doing a supply, like little roll up that holds your class supplies, like pencils and pens and pencils. So a lot of fun, different projects, nice and little and easy to play with. Again, I wish I had pictures of all of them to show you, but as soon as I get that test fabric, and I'll get that done and show you what it looks like. All right, as always, you can watch the videos when they come out. They're gonna be on my YouTube channel. They're also gonna be on our website, quiltingismytherapy.com. So if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, be sure to do that so you get notification as soon as it comes out. And even better, you can sign up for our email list on our website, and you'll get also an email notification letting you know that the videos have come out. And then you can watch the video and try quilting along with me, either using the designs I've showed in the video or coming up with your own. I love giving quilters the freedom to follow a set of instructions if they want, or giving them the options to do whatever they like. So I love seeing that. But a good way to show me what you're doing and to show, be proud of your work is to join our Free Motion Challenge Quilting Along Facebook group. this is a great way to connect with other quilters. You can show pictures of what you're working on, answer questions, just kind of makes it feel a little bit more like a class. So watching the videos, joining the Facebook challenge group if you want, and then joining our live chats. When you join a live chat and write your questions in, I try to answer as many as I can. But it doesn't have to be just about what we're talking about. Any questions are pretty much open. So if you're watching previous quilting alongs, that's totally fine. If you have a question about the design or the project that we're working on, that's totally fine. So it's just a great way to make it feel a little bit more like a class. So just a great way to connect if you're available. Now, I know that not everybody's available on Thursdays at 3 p.m. on Central Time, but the videos, the live chats, stay on my YouTube channel afterwards, so you can always watch it after the fact. Kind of a great little option. And then, as always, if you have need any more information, you can visit quiltingismytherapy.com or click the link in the description box below. Again, I'm super looking forward to another video series, kind of having fun quilting together with this kind of theme there. If you're familiar with my live chats or my website, I do some free motion challenge quilting along video series, and we will still have one of those coming up in the summertime. But this is just a littler option, like a little bit smaller video series, just to kind of have fun with the springtime. So super excited about that. Again, to find out all the information, all you have to do is click the link in the description box below. All right, so I know that was kind of quick. Again, I will show you pictures of the projects probably next week after we get our test prints. I can show you all the fun stuff we're going to work on. But in the meantime, if you want to go ahead and get your pre-order placed, do that so we can make sure you get your products in time. So I know that was quick, pretty succinct. Sometimes live chats last a little longer, sometimes they don't, but let's see if we have any questions. All right. Are the projects made with both sizes of the panels? So you could technically. So the first bigger panel, we're going to turn that into the tote bag and framed wall art, some little wall hangings. You could technically do that with a smaller panel as well, but I'm only going to demonstrate it on the bigger one. Then the smaller panel is when we're going to do the fabric buckets and the class supply roll-up, kind of little pencil holder kind of thing. And you could also do that with the bigger ones. I'm just not going to show you on both of them, so you can kind of mix or match. Or if you participated in the Season's Greetings video series back in November, I showed you other projects that you can also use with these panels. So we did pillows and we did a zipper pouch and stockings. Probably don't need spring stockings, but we could totally make that a thing, don't you think? I think it would be awesome to get goodies in our stockings anytime. But you can check those out as well. So it's kind of fun, like little mix and match. And just to reiterate, you don't have to sign up for the video series. If you want to subscribe to your email channel, you can definitely do that. You just want to subscribe to the YouTube channel and sign up for your emails. We'll email you, but there's no sign up. Just get your stuff ordered and get ready to go and get ready to have a great time. Now, I'm sure as we get into that, we'll have more questions, and I'll definitely be glad to answer those as we get a little bit closer, but was super excited just to kind of do the big announcement. All the work that takes to get up to this point, and it's always fun to take the cute little baby and show it to people and say, oh my gosh, this baby is so adorable. So I'm excited to finally get the word out there. Now, next week's live chat, I'm super looking forward to, is I'm gonna be talking about quilting I did for Tula Pink's quilt. So if you follow her, she did a little video reveal of a quilt I did for her, and I quilted this thing to death and then twice as much over. So the most quilting I've ever done. I'm excited about next week's live chat, of course. So you'll have to definitely pop in for that. So without any other questions, I'm gonna go ahead and announce our winner is Kathleen Barker. So Kathleen, you are winning the pillow panel and the backing and binding and a little pin as soon as we get all the product in and get it sent out. So all you have to do is email us at customerservice@quiltingismytherapy.com and we will get that sent out to you.